This final short video in the Angelspeake messages will be dealing with the topic of false prophets. This goes right along with the subject of political division, the beast system, and false religion, because there are many people in the world today claiming to be prophets and seers, and they have enormous followings, even when their prophecies fail, or even when they make the most erroneous and strange claims, saying that God told them to share these things with the masses. It can be alarming at best to see the words that some of their followers grapple onto when they speak them. Question: I can't get away from the subject of false religion and man-made concepts without addressing a particular phenomenon that's going on in the world right now. That phenomenon being so many self-appointed religious leaders claiming to be prophets and seers. There are many people claiming that they are getting personal visitations from Jesus and given grand tours of heaven and hell. Many others claim that they are getting visions of the end of the world and the rapture. A lot of people follow these individuals and see them as true prophets of God, taking their words to be gospel, even when their words and prophecies do not come to pass. What do the angels say about all of these people claiming to have heavenly visitations, visions, and dreams?
Among the many, there are few who are truly inspired and receiving inspirations from the heavens. The vast majority of these modern-day prophets are making enormous claims out of the workings of their own imaginations. Let us explain it this way: all human beings have a desire to be important in some way. They wish to be looked up to and to make a difference in their world. Some have these desires out of a pure heart, and others out of nothing but ego and the desire for personal gain. Therefore, some of these individuals who claim to be prophets are doing nothing more than daydreaming, and getting carried away in the reveries of their own imaginations. Then there are others, who simply make these things up and announce them to whatever audience will listen to them. This is done for nothing more than popularity and gaining a following. It is also extremely sad for us angels to see so many individuals that believe in these vain voices, and trust the so-called experiences of others over the voice of the Spirit of God within themselves. There are so many people that crave a supernatural experience, but when they do not have one, they will immediately attach themselves to individuals who claim to walk in the supernatural daily. Then there are those individuals who are afraid to take the spiritual journey on their own, so they look for leaders to guide them and tell them what they should do every step of the way. This often leads to disappointment and hurt, because when any person looks to another human being for their full spiritual guidance, and becomes dependent upon such a personality for their entire foundation, the end is likely to be catastrophic. And this catastrophic ending is because human beings betray one another, stretch the truth, fabricate facts, and sometimes are just plain dishonest or manipulative. This all becomes a vicious cycle of building, collapsing and rebuilding the house of cards that does not have a firm spiritual foundation. It will always fold in upon itself and leave more ruin in its wake than good. Therefore we urge you and anyone reading these words to please be careful of any individual claiming to be a great teacher, prophet, or seer. There are many wolves in sheep's clothing, and those who are truly humble with a heart for God are not those standing in front of a camera shouting at the top of their lungs to get everyone's attention. Nor is any true teacher prideful or arrogant. He or she does not proclaim to possess the sole truth, and announce that everyone else is in grave error. A true teacher brings healing and unity, not hurt and division. By their fruits, you will always know them. So we ask you to be very careful in trusting the voices of human beings, and trust more in the voice of the Spirit that speaks to you from within. Trust those compassionate intuitions that come to you and make you feel warm and joyful, because these are the voices of the angel speaking to your soul. Anything that fills you with fear, anger, hatred, or props you up as being special or above your fellows, in some way, is not of God. True spiritual guidance and insight always inspires one towards selfless love. Please take heed to our words. The narrative has been presented by the angels.